The Tim Dev Show.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Tim Dev Show. In this episode, I'm going to talk about the top 5 worst cinema moms in my opinion. Now this is just my opinion, and obviously you guys will possibly have different ones, or you might even agree with me on who I list, but let's get to my list. At the number 5 spot, I have Mrs. Prescott from the Scream, I guess it's 4 movies now. Mostly she's a background character. She makes a few appearances, in a way, her voice does, in the 3rd one. But why I put her at a bad mom is because the entire events that occur is indirectly caused by her and her promiscuous activities with various people. Plus, she cheated on her husband with her daughter's boyfriend's father. I mean, that's pretty messed up and pretty terrible of a parent. Number 4 is Eminem's mom in 8 Mile. Again, she is a terrible mother whose very promiscuous activities cause a lot of anger in the house and the trailer. And they're not a very functional family, I guess, in that movie. And she's just a really terrible character. I don't know if his real mother's like that. I mean, I know he has a lot of songs where he's singing and bashing his mother, but who knows if she really is as bad as he says she is, or if it's just him exaggerating. Number 3 in my list of cinema's worst moms goes to Leo DiCaprio's wife in Shutter Island. She kills her kids, essentially, by having them take a bath, and it leads her husband to go insane. I believe he does kill the wife, and then he goes insane, and he believes he's a marshal investigating a missing person in an insane asylum that he actually is a patient of. I mean, she's a pretty terrible mom. Her kids were, I don't know what they were doing, probably bugging her or whatever, so she drowned them in the lake. I mean, also these are kind of strange siblings, as there was 3 of them. You would think one would at least get away. But, I mean, I guess if it is your mom drowning you, you kind of stay behind. Number 2 is Nicole Kidman's character in The Others. Now, if you haven't seen that movie, this is a spoiler and you can just skip ahead to number 1. But I'm sorry if you haven't seen this movie, because I mean, it's old. It's a very old movie. But anyway, Nicole Kidman pretty much kills her kids because she can't handle taking care of them. I mean, they do have that weird disease where they're allergic to the sun, so they have to have all windows and doors closed all the time, and no light coming in, and nothing brighter than a candle. That's why they don't have electricity and all this stuff. But, I mean, really, to kill them because you just can't handle them is just ridiculous. And that is why she earns number 2. Based on my list so far, they are pretty terrible mothers. And I'm sure you're just sitting on the edge of your seat with anticipation for my number 1 worst mother. And that is Mrs. McAllister in the Home Alone 1 and 2. This woman, I think, is the epitome of terrible mothers. She forgets her child. First, she banishes her child to the attic because all his cousins are picking on him, and his brothers, and even his uncles and stuff. And she just can't handle the stress of having a lot of family in the house, so instead of, listening to her child, she punishes him, sends him up to the attic, then forgets that she sent her kid to the attic, and they leave to go on their little vacation. And while she's on the plane, she thinks she's forgotten something. And her husband decide, oh, we left the garage door open. That's it. Then, after a while of that, she realizes she actually forgot her kid. That's pretty crappy. She even asked in the movie, am I a bad mother because I forgot my kid at home and I went on vacation? yes, you are a bad mother. Then, you know, the whole movie is her trying to reconcile the fact that she's a terrible mother and comes back and rescues the kid. But she does it again the following year. She misplaces her child in a crowded airport because they arrived late and they had to run to their connection flight or their outgoing flight, I don't know. And somehow the kid magically gets onto the wrong plane and she never realizes it. That's just terrible parenting, once again. I don't understand how she didn't get her kids taken away. She has a lot of them. Maybe she should have stopped after a couple, because clearly she can't even remember them. But that's my number one list, is Mrs. McAllister. Let me know what your guys' lists are. Again, my number 5 is Mrs. Prescott from the Scream 4 movies. Number 4 is Eminem's mom in 8 Mile. Number 3 is Leo DiCaprio's wife in Shutter Island. Number 2 is Nicole Kidman's character in The Others. And the number 1 is Mrs. McAllister in the Home Alone 1 and 2. I don't count the rest of the Home Alones because I really don't care that, yes, the story carries on, but it's not Macaulay Culkin, so I don't think they're really part of the movie franchise. Leave a comment below about your top 5 worst cinema moms, and join us next week. We try to upload a video every Wednesday and Saturday, and until then, bye.